Morphetik. Hey everyone, thank you so much for checking our band. If you have, and if you haven't, please check this. We come from Uppsala and we play old school thrash metal.
Ja, och jag säger frågorna på svenska och så om du vill så tar jag dem på engelska. Är det okej?
Jag kan ta det båda, men...
Ja.
Ja.
Så hur bildades... Vad sa du?
Nej, ingen fråga.
Okej, hur bildades bandet?
Okay, now I need the English part.
Okay. How was the band formed?
Julle, our singer, Anton, our bass player, and our drummer Herman, they all played in this black metal band called Nasgor. And Julle and Anton were very into thrash metal, and they decided to play thrash. And I was invited by both Julle and Anton to be part of the band, not only as because I play the guitar and the guitar player, not only as someone that will play the instrument, but also as someone that can actually write some of the music. So we started at mid-2018. At least the idea of Morphetik was formed. There were 2 songs, which is Not From This World and I Am War, on the making, and then we actually start playing fairly quick together. So we rehearse a lot, and in a matter of months, we had the 7 songs that they are now our debut album, Omens of War.
Oh, damn! You made a very fast song. If you have, you say 7 songs.
7 songs. Yes.
That is a lot for choose. How would say a fast time.
Yeah. We wanted to. I think what was very easy for us is that we're all metalheads since we were kids. We are on our mid-30s, so we had experience playing in different bands. I had a band. I'm originally from Chile. It's called Necrovist, where I also wrote the songs. It's black thrash. So we were always into this spectrum of black metal, death metal, thrash metal, right? And a good old classic heavy metal. So we all knew what we wanted, and that made it super easy for us to actually sink in and start the creative process going.
Okay, so how did you come up with the name? Also, the band name.
Oh, so actually, Julle came up with it. Morphetik is a very a unique name. So the idea was that will be a name that we are not going to be mixed with any other band. We have you have a bunch of keywords that keep repeating itself in every metal, either lyrics or names or whatever you want. But Morphetik seems a very unique name. So
I see it very unique name because I never have seen that before.
Yeah.
So
pretty much.
How long have the band been around?
Since mid-2018. Yes, so give or take. Yeah, mid-2018. But we actually start playing fairly quick here in Uppsala, and then we play in Copperfields, rest in peace, in Stockholm. And then we started with the recording process of our album, which was in 2019. We play a couple of gigs both in Uppsala and Sweden and Stockholm, and then the fucking plague hit, and that stopped everything on our tracks.
Damn Corona.
Yeah.
Damn it. How many gigs have you done with your band now?
Well, I want to say not so many. I must have played live like 7, 8 times. Yeah. So but we play at Fredagsmangel a couple of times. We have played in also different venues here in Uppsala. We play at Copperfields in Stockholm. So that was we were supposed to play in 2020 some other gigs, but they were all canceled. So now we see what this year will bring, or if we just we just close the door and say, okay, 2022. We'll see.
I hope you're really coming out and play a gig, because it's need to come out with the people and play more music right now.
Yeah, I think we need that also. You have listened to our album, or music is very energetic, very powerful. So we need this kick in the ass and open a cold beer and just trash like, I don't know, like we're supposed to, we're meant to.
Exactly. So that's what you say. It's very powerful. I play it on my radio show today.
Very much.
So, and I really, really like it.
Okay. Thank you so much. That means a lot. And it's also I want to thank you for what you do with the radio, also showing not only our songs but also other Swedish metal songs that maybe they are not that big, but they are pretty good.
Yeah, that's what my YouTube sites are. You know, I will building up underground metal bands.
Yeah, and we definitely need that, right? Moreover, in a period in which distribution and promotion seems to be, I'm not sure if difficult, but there are so many ways of doing that you get lost in the making, and having a channel like yours and a radio show like yours, it's a big help for bands like us that we're starting.
Yeah, I think it will be a great thing, because we have talking about make a festival here in Luleå with Weeks Band, and if we can do everything right, that will be on 2022.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, so
not a winter, please.
no winter, in the summertime.
Yeah.
So how many albums have you released?
With Morphetik, only one, or album debut, or only album so far. It's called Omens of War. You can check it out on Spotify. You can check it out on YouTube. It's 7 songs of like old school thrash metal. We are inspired by the Japanese metal scenes, such as Sabbath or Abigail. The South American thrash metal scenes, Violator, for instance, early Sepultura, and the German thrash metal scene. So these are 7 songs, but we are in the process of recording our second album, and we have 10 songs for the second album, and maybe there are 1 or more in the making.
Okay, so when will the next album coming out?
Well, if everything goes well, which usually that doesn't happen, but if everything goes well, we should record it this year, and we hope releasing. Well, most probably, we're going to do what we did with the first album, that was digital release first, and then we release it physically in a digipack version through Hidden Tribe Records.
Okay.
We had 150 copies, and then I think that is a good way to go. First digitally, and then either stay with the same label, or maybe we can get if another label are interested in releasing our work, we will be happy to hear from them. Yeah.
Okay. So this year you will come out with next album. So I don't know. Do you say how many songs will be in the album?
So we are thinking. So far we have 10 songs ready, which means with guitar, bass, lyrics, drums, some of them, and we have 2 or 3 in the making. So we are thinking maybe 10 or 9. It's a good number.
Okay.
And even though we will not release it this year, we will be releasing some singles.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, hopefully this year.
So maybe we can play that premiere on on Northern Metal Radio.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, great.
So
we'll be in touch as soon as we
yeah,
have. Yeah.
I hope that would be a great premiere songs for you.
Yeah, that's true. So, and they are well in the same vein of the first album. We believe that there is only one way to do proper thrash metal, and that's kind of the way that we are trying to do. You know, it happens every once in a while. Bands try to experiment with their sounds and maybe try something new. We personally, we don't care about that. We just want to listen to good old thrash metal. That want to open a beer and start moshing.
You do what you want and play.
Yeah, that's what we want, right? So,
okay.
Yeah.
That is great. So, how long have you been active in your music when you started?
Like me personally?
Exactly.
Well, I think since 2005, I formed this black thrash metal band called Necrobeast. We recorded a demo in 2006. It's called The Awakening of the Necrobeast. It was like a very, do-it-yourself type of production. We recorded everything at my place. We mix everything. We come up with,
You do it right at your home?
Yeah, at my place we had a mini studio where we could record everything, and then we had 300 copies, and then we sold very little because we were interested to mostly trade, most send into signs all over the world, and then after that a period of inactivity came. Life that you studies, work, etc. And then I came back with Morphetik in 2018 as doing proper music. Of course, you can always keep working on your own stuff. I worked in the first full-length album of Necrobeast, which are 9 songs also, but that hasn't been released yet.
When will that release?
We'll see. That's a thing that is still in the making.
Okay.
But with Morphetik, our first let's say work was split with Necrobeast. So you can find it in digital version on YouTube. It's called Sacrilege. It's two songs of Morphetik, 2 songs of Necrobeast.
Can you send a link for me after the interview?
And also we have Sacrilege for those who are interested to support us and buying the split. It's 40 kroner and you can buy it in Bandcamp.
Yeah. Send me all link you have, and I will post that in my YouTube movie when I release your interview.
Great. I will send you all the relevant information. So no worries.
Yeah. That would be great. So, how important is your music for you?
Yeah, I think without music, without metal, this show should have finished way earlier. So,
stupid question, I know.
Yeah. So no, but it's not as stupid. I think you misinterpreted my answer. I mean, like the metal music in my life is so important that if I wouldn't have metal music, I think
it's the same for me. It's same for me.
Yeah. So it has been in good times, in the bad times. When I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I'm angry, you can always go back and listen to some Slayer, listen to some Judas Priest, and or looking for the more heavy stuff. Like I love People Remains, Cannibal Corpse, all these.
When you go out and training and you put out really thrash metal and just
you need to run with Miserable Failure from Iron Regan, like by Iron Regan, right? So that's the thing.
Yeah, I think so too. So, what gig are you most happy with, and why?
So this is the thing. This is a very good question because so I as I said I am from Chile, so I'm used to the South American scene, being in many cities, many countries because of metal. And the audience are very different here in Sweden that in some other parts of the world. They are more calm, I want to say. They don't mush as much. They don't headbang as much. They are very passionate, though. They do welcome you. They're very warm, and if they like you, they will be super nice with you. So, for instance, we played in here in Uppsala, kind of big venues, and with many people attending. And they were, and even though we got a very good reception, we missed that moshing, that thrashing, right? This idea. But then we went to play to a very like a smaller venue in Stockholm. What do you call it? The Fredagsmangel. It has this.
Yeah, I know.
You know it? Yeah. Okay. And the audience was insane. Like we had not as many people as in Uppsala, because also the venue it doesn't allow for it. But the mosh was crazy. They were even in a very small stage. You have people stage diving, and I think those shows are the ones that I remember the most, because you want to transmit this energy, this violence through your music, and when people are receptive, you actually, I don't know. I think I play better when I see people kind of reacting.
So you will say the best gig you have are when you have a lot of people?
Not necessarily a lot of people. Is when we have people that mosh, right? That go there and headbang and sing our songs. Those for me, they can be 10, they can be 100, or it can be 1,000. But I don't care. I want to create this emotional response in the audience.
Then I understand. So, where do you see your band about 5 years?
Well, hopefully playing in all over Europe. So we want to have the opportunity to play in different venues. We want to play in the Netherlands, in Germany, in Spain, wherever we can. Unsure about playing in these big festivals. I'm not gonna speak for the band.
You need to come to Weeks Bands Festival.
Yeah. Except your festival, we will be there. But I personally don't care much about playing in big festivals. I'm more this kind of local guy. But of course, having said that, if we have the opportunity to play in one of those big festivals, of course we're gonna go. But it's not something that we're thinking about. At this point, we just want to have a steady production of good music and play live as much as we can wherever and whenever we can. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a great thing, I think. So, who is create your cover and design?
The cover, Alex Tarsus designed the cover. He did the art.
Yeah, the logotype and everything. Yeah.
The logo is a friend of our singer. Can't remember his name now, so I immediately apologize to the artist. But the concept was designed by us, like the idea of having. The cover art is this politician talking about peace and justice with a soldier arm next to and a member from the clergy on the other side. Everyone is surrounded in barbed wire, and you have toxic waste coming from different buildings and arms everywhere, and people cheering for this politician. With this politician, is half of his face is a skull, right? It's and it's called Richard Tater. This is our kind of Eddie Maiden. This is Richard Tater, also known as Dick Tater. So this is gonna be he will be showing up in all of our covers. Yeah.
I really like your cover, and your logotype is really nice.
Thank you very much. It's we are very proud about that, and we definitely we really like the work of Tarsus. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that. So, what make your stand out from the crowd?
What do you mean?
You know, jag säger det på svenska. Vad gör så att ni sticker ut i mängden?
Yeah, so this is what I kind of don't understand. You mean like why would what do we bring that will be different to other?
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Look, I think we have this very interesting mix of different thrash scenes that is not very common. We are trying to go back to a more mosh-based thrash metal. Later, you have great thrash metal bands, but they are all a bit heavy on the side of the melodies and on the side of the technique, and also very 3, 4, 5 minute songs. We kind of sacrifice the raw power of thrash metal, and we as a band policy, we make short songs, very powerful, that we will never make you stop headbanging. So that's the whole idea.
Okay.
Right. So bringing to the Sweden, the other thing, bringing to Sweden thrash metal. That Sweden is not. Sweden is great for black metal, for death metal, right? But there's not much thrash metal going around in comparison, right?
That's true.
So so you have, for instance, FKU, which is a great band, but there are not many thrash metal bands here in Sweden, and I think this is an excellent opportunity to actually bring a good project, and we can stand out and show that Sweden also could be a very good place for doing thrash metal.
That's true. I think Sweden need more thrash metal band.
Yeah, this is interesting, and that happens to us in a couple of shows that we played alongside some other bands, more technical bands, more like melodic death or technical death metal, and we saw like a divide in the audience that the younger audience really like this technical metal.
Yeah.
And then when we played, we were mostly like the people that actually gave us like a very, very, very good answer were all metalheads 40 years up, so like a more grown up. So this is very interesting. So people like thrash metal, but for some reason there are not many thrash metal bands.
That's true. I think a lot of people like thrash metal, but that's what you say is no much in Sweden thrash metal band.
Yeah. So that's a thing that makes Morphetik stand out. Like if you do thrash metal, and if you do a good thrash metal, then you immediately have Sweden is a force of metal. Everywhere in the world, everyone loves Swedish metal, right?
Yeah.
You have Marduk Dissection, Dismember, At the Gates, and so on and so forth. So it is good immediately when you say thrash metal from Sweden. Oh, well, so we know Sweden makes good metal, but not thrash metal. So immediately we'll be like,
I think Sweden are much black and death metal.
Yeah. Well, and now you have, for instance, bands like Enforcer doing like an excellent heavy metal, old school heavy metal.
Heavy power metal. I think Sweden is a great, a lot of bands.
Yeah, early like late 90s, early 2000s. You have, the first two Hammerfall albums are masterpieces, right? Glory to the Brave and Legacy of Kings, and then you have all these bands that they kind of spawn that genre.
Yeah, that's true. That was my last question. Do you want to say anything to everyone who want to see this interview?
Keep supporting Robert and his projects. I want to thank you first of all for inviting me to this interview. I said that I would try to do it in Swedish, but Svenska är så mycket svårt. So
yeah, but I think it's we do it great.
Yeah, and check our band out. We are on Spotify. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We have a Bandcamp, morphetik.bandcamp.com. I'm going to send you all the relevant information. And just leave us a comment. Just enjoy our music and support us in any way you can. Just keep listening to metal. And thank you so much for what you're doing and for giving us a chance to talk about this is something that maybe we come from different sides of the world, but this thing unites us and we have this common language, right? So
that's true. So I have one last question. When you have released your next album, do you want to come back to Veckans Band?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that's great.
Yes, we're gonna be back. Don't worry.
That's great.